Hello everybody, RB living with the geezer. I'm up here in Decatur, Texas. Let's see if I can get out here on this 380. This is Friday morning and I had to go to Walmart to pick something up, and you just don't want to go to Walmart on Friday. So I did get a couple of laps in walking, and I'd walked earlier at the Boyd Park, so I just sort of topped it off inside Walmart. But I got what I needed and got out of there. And I'm gonna do the rest of I need a couple more things, but I'm just out cruising around, so I'm gonna run over to Bridgeport, the Berkshire's over there. It's not near as crowded, and pick that stuff up. But I don't think I've ever showed you this. This is Highway 380. Seems like I've been on that a lot lately. And this is called, right here, it's called 380 Business. And then we're going to get up here and hook into the main US 380. And it's only about 10 miles over to Bridgeport from Decatur. So, yeah, I would just, I always have I think I mentioned before, I always listen to Flash Phelps in the mornings on Sirius Radio, and he plays nothing but music from the 60s. And then he does Flash does a lot of talking, which I like. He's been on there like 17 years. He travels all over the country. I've told y'all all this before. But for all my new subscribers, and I'm getting a few lately, I noticed, which is great. Thank you very much. He started playing 60s music, and it just got, when you hear a song, how memories come back. Man, he said, I'm going to play 6 songs in a row from 1964. And I was just remembering, it brought back memories of what I was doing back then. I was just 14, and me and my brother Manuel Delgado, we lived out there on that ranch that my uncle owned, and it was an Institute of Philosophy, and they had donkeys out there. The people would come in and take the classes from all over the country, and most of them would come in the summer times, people that had kids. So they wanted something for the kids to do while the parents were in class. So my uncle and my dad raised donkeys when he was growing up and rode them all the time he was growing up out in Arizona. So he taught my uncle into getting a bunch of donkeys to ride, give the kids rides on donkeys. So Manuel and I got designated as the burro masters. And so we were in charge of giving the kids the rides. Every morning we'd go down there and saddle them up. And we built a ring for the little ones to ride. First we'd take them down there, the donkeys down to the ring, and the little ones, we'd put them on the donkeys and actually lead them around. It was a good sized riding ring too. It was a ways. Got a lot of walking in back in those days. We'd lead them around, and then after that, about 10 in the morning, if there was any older kids there, then we'd get them all on donkeys, and Manuel and I'd take them out to the Roost of the Goose, which was a tree house, a really neat tree house. I mean, way up in a tree, out in the woods out there in the country. The institute was 320 acres. It was there close to Leon Springs, Texas. And so we'd ride the donkeys out there every morning, if there was kids that wanted to do it. All this was free, of course. And but we were making like I think when we were 14, my uncle was paying us like 90 cents an hour, each one of us, and right at $1 an hour. But we would start at 8 in the morning, and we'd do the donkeys until noon, and then we'd be off for an hour. And then at 1 o'clock, Manuel and I were lifeguards. They had a big old, really nice swimming pool, concrete swimming pool. And we would be lifeguards from 1 till 5. And then we'd be off for 2 hours. And we'd come back at 7 and open the pool back up at night and be lifeguards. Never had any lifeguard training, of course, but mainly we'd work in the evenings from 7 to 9. So this was 7 days a week. It was fun. It wasn't like it was work. And we were making like right at $1 an hour. So we'd make like maybe each one of us, for a 14-year-old kid, in a month's time, they would pay once a month, end of the month, and we'd make like $300, which back then, 1964, that was a lot of money. Yeah, for a 14-year-old. So anyway, I just listened to music, and man, we would every year when the reservations started coming in for the summer, a lady named Opal took care of the reservations, and I'd go up there and see Opal and see how many families were coming in with teenage girls. That was the biggie there. Oh my gosh. And I mean let's just say we had a lot of fun back then. Yeah. Riding donkeys in the mornings and swimming all day. And then we'd get poker games going up there while we were supposed to be watching the kids in the pool. We got chewed out a couple times for doing that. But, yeah. And they had a grill out there where Manuel's mother was the head cook, Minnie, and she would cook for all the people that were out there. Man, you talk about some good food. And really, really cheap to eat back then, I think Manuel and I ate most of our meals back in the back. We washed dishes too back there at different times. They had a big one of the old GI. My uncle was not retired, but he was a World War I captain in the Army. And a vet, and so he had a lot of military in him. He had a big old, I remember the old dishwashers, big old stainless steel thing, had two big stainless steel where you take the trays of dishes and slide them on that, and slide them into the dishwasher, lock it down, and turn it on, and it didn't take long. And I mean, when they came out of there, folks, it ain't like the cheap dishwashers they have now. These things were clean, I tell you. Yep, this is Highway 380. You can see over there in the distance the Bridgeport, one of the Bridgeport water towers. So we're getting close. So yeah, I just want to talk a little bit about that. I brought back memories here in Old Flash this morning. I guess I'll put this one up today, give you a little break from that road trip, and then I have 2 more videos left of Graham. So we'll do those, get those up over the weekend. So everybody have a good Friday, and yeah, I'm just gonna hang around the area. I'm decided not to go to Lexi's game in Mineral Wells tonight. They moved it up to 6:30. That's by the time I get home, it's getting dark. I just rather not. So anyway, guys, have a great weekend, and watch my last 2 videos on Graham coming up, probably, unless something really exciting happens, coming up tomorrow and Sunday. Talk to y'all later. Adios. Bye-bye.